This is my third time to shoot this video. My camera is kind of finicky, and there is a button next to my power button that turns it on slow-mo, and then I have no sound. So that's what happened. But a recap, we have not made a video in a while, and I thought I'd tell y'all why. Murphy has been in this house. We were in survival mode for a minute. First off, we had a huge leak in our kitchen, and Justin had, we had to take drywall down, everything. Justin had to rebuild cabinets. No. And totally redo that. Almost done with that. It's just touch-up work. Then, we had a goat problem. Our neighbor's goats broke through the fence and completely demolished our garden. To the point where they broke beds, ate all of what was left of our crops. What is good is that it was in between seasons, so, I was getting ready to pull that stuff out anyways. But super frustrating. Just they stomped all of our chicken shunnels, which led the chickens in, and they ate all of my seedlings. So now I'm having to replant. It's just frustrating. People not keeping their animals in where they're supposed to be and not being responsible with them. And that's only two things that have happened. It's just been like, like when Murphy comes in, it's like bam, 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 and some more bams. So that's kind of, plus football, and, that's kind of why we've been MIA. But anywho, we got all of the gardens topped off with fresh compost, and then I did sprinkle some wood chips. I had some footage of that, and then ended up deleting it because it was not good. Just no sound. So I figured I'd take y'all along with me as I start planting for the fall again. I'm hoping this did not set us back too far as brassicas and all that, so we shall see. Soil in this new garden is still kind of iffy, so I'm hoping we can get stuff going and get a harvest before it's too late. Alright, I'll see y'all in a minute. So you can tell here our holy basil is completely gone to seed. I'm kind of leaving it just for the bees, I guess. But in some of it I'm still harvesting off of, but I'm going to end up ripping this out probably this weekend after I get another good harvest. So how I lay out our garden, we have these beds back here. Since they're further away, they don't get as much attention. That's just kind of how it goes. So I'm going to put stuff back there that does not need a lot of attention, and that way I don't have to fuss with it too much. So I think I'm going to put cabbage back there. Brassicas, pretty much. Things that, you get one head and then they're done. So that way it doesn't get neglected too bad. So the varieties of cabbage I decided to grow this year are the Tete Noir and the Glory of Eichenhausen, maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and plant back here. And hopefully, it'll get enough water. We don't have like drip irrigation or anything. Jolie, come here. Come on. We don't have drip irrigation or anything, so it's annoying, but we have to move across the sprinklers and all that. So I guess I've also not been posting. I've been kind of in a funk. um, the last few weeks, if you really want me to be honest. All this stuff with North Carolina has really hit me hard. Um, you know, I feel for them, and I'm just trying to find, I guess, joy in other things, which is why I decided to turn the camera on with y'all today. You know, Justin and I do feel passionate about teaching people how to do all this. This is how we learned, was through YouTube. So, you know, just trying to give somebody else some encouragement to do this. You know, it's just a shame, the whole situation. I'm not loving it for them. But you know what? We will pull through. God's got a plan, and we'll be okay. So I planted all of my cabbage about, I guess, 18 inches apart, because they're gonna get pretty big. Let's hope. And then another tip for planting: you really don't want to plant any deeper than your plant is wide, or your seed, I'm sorry. It's still early, the sun just came up. So you want to make sure, and then you want to look on your seed packet and see if it's heat or sunlight that helps it grow. So back here I'm also, ooh, I left a seed packet, that ain't good. Back here I'm also gonna do some of my mustard greens. And you know, the good thing about the fall garden is it doesn't need a whole lot of attention. If you've never grown one, now is the time too. I'm wondering, looking over here, I don't know if you can see, but back here we have another tunnel down. I have not seen these goats even on the fence line since Justin went and had a not so polite conversation with them. I don't know if he fixed that one or not, so I'll have to ask him. But I mean, y'all, they got my elderberry bushes, my peach trees, strawberry patch, blackberry bushes, everything. So the mustard greens that I got for this year are the Old Tokyo. I'm assuming that's mustard, it could be collard. And then the wasabina leaf. And I did get these from Baker's Creek. I have a video I can link as far as what all I ordered for the fall. Cock-a-doodle-doo. I tried to feed the egg layers before I shot so that they'd be a little quiet, but you know, roosters gotta grow. So tomorrow is, well, not a day we love, but a day we need to do. We are butchering meat birds. We do raise the Cornish cross breed. We got them from Murray McMurray, and we are actually butchering them a whole week early. These have actually grown really, really quickly. And they're to the point where Justin kind of made the call that if we don't do it this weekend, they may not make it. It's easy. Just because if you've ever raised Cornish cross, they get really big really fast. Normally we raise them out for 8 weeks, and this is week 7. They were actually due next weekend, but we can tell like their breathing is a little different. They're just huge. So in order to get a good harvest, we're just gonna butcher them this week, which I mean does save us on feed. And I think the reason why they did get so big, well, I know the reason. Justin tried something a little different and kept them in feed 24/7, which normally we feed them every 12 hours and that's it. But we have kept them in feed this whole time. Therefore, they've gotten chunky. Now, something I need to be better about is drawing out and labeling where I plant stuff. Because between the goats and just me, la la la, throwing seeds everywhere, I don't necessarily know where I've planted a lot of stuff. I mean, by this point I can kind of tell, you know, when they start popping up what they are. But I need to get better at that. I don't know, I've kind of been willy-nilly and I felt a sense of like urgency. Jolie, knock it off. To grow more food, I think all of us kind of have, especially with things happening in the world right now. So I need to become more intentional. I really do. And where I'm planting stuff, which I'm trying to do that, but also more succession sowing. Like Justin planted some cabbage in one of the newer beds that he had to fix from the goats. And I only see one seedling popping up. So, I mean, we're still dealing with some soil issues. If you really want my honest opinion, I don't feel like any gardener has really done that well the last year or two. Things just aren't as they used to be in the weather. I'll kind of leave it at that. So I don't know what the deal is. So please tell me if you're with me. Hello, shh. Please tell me if you're with me and you've been feeling just, I don't know, man. I'm just like in a funk. But life does go on. I know that I only have control over a few things that are going on. But let me know if you're feeling this way too. Just like, that's how I feel. I don't know if it's my outlook that's kind of changing. Well, I know it is. I mean, we've been living this way for a while, but my outlook on other things, like our kids still go to public school. Justin and I are not like super into the public school thing. And, you know, I feel in my heart that homeschool will probably be right around the corner. We'll see. I just feel more of a need to be with my kids more and slow down. I do feel like we live a simpler life or slower, but I do feel like we could slow down more, and I think that's important. You know, it's just the hustle and bustle it's wearing on me. I get up early, get the kids set for school, drive 50 minutes to work 8 hours, drive 50 minutes back. We have a lot of homework this year, now that AP is in first grade, so I got 3 boys with homework. And then we've got football, which I want them to be involved in sports and stuff. But, you know, it's the hustle and bustle, right? Just kind of tired of the way, I guess, I mean, really, it's the way society has told us that we need to live, or has made it the correct way, or how you're supposed to, or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the older I get or the older my kids get, or just the more saturated we get into this lifestyle. I'm just feeling a little bit more urgency and conviction, maybe, I guess is a good word, to slow down even more. And just focus on what's important, because there's so many things that are not. And I don't know if this video is even going to make sense, but I just felt like turning it on and speaking from the heart. It's just, I don't know, the way the world is now, it's just, it's sad. And don't you dare eat those. Bad one. Just the world is, I don't want my boys, I want to break the chain, to break the cycle of you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this in order to succeed, when that's not really the truth. You know, family is everything, your health is everything. You know, I don't know, I've got so many thoughts going on in this head of mine, and it made me in a funky mood, and I'm trying to still do the things that we do, but also know that I can't control everything. And just control what I can. And my outlook on things. So finding positivity, you know, finding joy, all of the above. And just, oh my gosh, and knowing, Sarah, back up, and just knowing that God is going to take care of us. Okay, I love you too. Go on. I got to get up now. I got to go to the other garden. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, I think I already decided. Maybe when the camera was on. I'm going to do my cauliflower in the old garden, but I think I planted it in the front over here. I'm not quite sure. We're going to do what we do. We're just going to plug. But this is our chicken tunnels and our bed that those wonderful goats destroyed. I do have to show y'all something new. I need end tables out here for my coffee. So we actually did this before the goats came and had a field day. We upgraded some of our beds to these metal beds. I'll put a link in the description. They're actually, you know, pretty legit. I like the height of them. They do take a lot of material to fill up. So that is something. But you can see we do have carrots sprouting. There was evidently some grass seed in here. But we do have carrots sprouting, which is encouraging. So carrots, I know I did collards in here. And shoot, I forget what I did. It's some kind of brassicas. I think I did maybe cabbage over here. I don't know. I think I did plant cauliflower and broccoli over there. Next year, y'all, hold me to it. I am going to label my stuff. I'm going to label it. Or I'm going to do an extensive video so that I know where I planted stuff. So like over here, if I did in fact plant cauliflower, which I'm almost certain I did, where'd it go? I have one little sprout. I even have some little sprouts right here, but I don't know. They're so small. Y'all hold me to it. I need all the help I can get. Now, we did see that this new compost that we bought, I mean, granted, we've had a drought, was really dry. So I do think now I'm starting to see a few more seedlings pop up. Granted, these are brassicas, they take a little bit longer. But I think the wood chips actually did help retain some of the moisture so my seedlings don't dry out. Okay. First bed on the left, Brittany. Cauliflower. Here's your reminder. And do as I say, not as I do. Do not step in your beds. It compacts the soil. And see, you can tell we've topped off. I just did like a very light coating of wood chips on top just to retain that moisture. But I'm debating, it's almost time, and this is your friendly reminder, it is almost time to put your garlic in the ground. I mean, you really could. We do it like the first week of November. But I'm thinking we may be able to do it in this bed. We did it in this bed last year and it did really good. Okay, I'm gonna turn the sprinkler a little bit. Joey, stop digging. Come on, Joe. Okay, I think I've gotten all my valuables out of this garden before I turn the sprinkler on. You've done enough damage. Y'all, I'm out of this. I had all that. I thought I was recording and I was not. Justin just moved the chicken tractor and now he's hosing down the manure so flies aren't as bad. That's one thing I'll be grateful for. When the meat birds are gone, the fly population is heavy right now. And y'all, I have to show y'all our new ducks. So these are apple yard ducks right here. Aren't they pretty? Look at the hen, how pretty she is. A friend of ours from church actually gave them to us. She had them, I guess more so as pets. She didn't, she doesn't like duck eggs. So, and I love duck eggs. So she ended up giving them to us. And they've done great. They're actually more friendly than ours. But she actually touches her birds, whereas I don't. But anywho, I just wanted to give y'all a recap on where we have been, all the Murphiness that has gone on in our home, and holding myself a little bit more accountable to putting more content out there, especially with the way the world is. I have a lot of patients and a lot of people that ask us how we do it all, and you know, how we have time for everything. And I'll say it again, you have time for what you make, or what you make time for. And this is important to us, so that's why we do it. But I hope y'all enjoyed this little relaxed video, and I'll see you later. Bye.